Hey, what up, everybody? I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I want to talk about this Nelly and Snoop thing real quick. And shout out to Savvy Sass for this. Again, I know I'm a little late to the party, but I want to give my own take on this if y'all don't mind. Let's get into it.
When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix.
Rappers are entertainers.
Facts.
Okay, let's start off like this. Rappers are entertainers. There are a number of people who are really angry with.
Rappers are entertainers, yes. Also, rappers are also in the business of making money.
Soldier Boy, Rick Ross, and one of my faves, Nelly. I love a Nelly song. Put on a Nelly song and I'll just dance just like that. I love a Nelly song. And Nelly performed at Donald Trump's inauguration. I believe Soldier Boy performed at a crypto event. So did Snoop. But they are really angry that they are going to perform at this presidential inauguration. Let's get into this clip here from CNN and we'll dive into this.
Snoop and Nelly are going to be at this thing. And I think it really does beg the question.
This is CNN.
The culture is starting to thaw to Donald Trump. I mean, are they?
About time.
What?
No, I don't think so. We definitely saw a lot of.
I don't know what the world Abby Phil was trying to talk about, but smart as Abby claims to be, Abby should be smart enough to realize that this here ain't nothing more than money. Cause at the end of the day, the main color that most people care about is good old green. It's green. So it's not about black or white. It's about green. End of discussion.
I don't think so. We definitely saw a lot of people, Sexy Red, others say, he sent me a check, so I'm good with him, the stimulus check. And I understand that there is that crew of people who are like, the stimmy check came, I like him now. Snoop and Nelly in particular are apolitical people and apolitical artists. And like you see Snoop with Martha Stewart, he's like, I fly over, I want everyone to like me. I think this is more about capitalism than politics.
Facts. This is about capitalism, nothing more, nothing less. Like, seriously, people.
Yeah, I'm there, homie. The same thing. There are a lot of rappers who have sided with Donald Trump for all kinds of. He pardoned several of them. Yeah, I mean,
he pardons people. That's why they were.
But I mean,
pause. So these are the rappers they're upset about: Snoop, the Baby, Kodak Black. Waka,
The
Flocka,
Baby's an
Flame,
idiot
Kanye
anyway,
West,
though.
Lil Wayne, some of them that they are, not too happy with. But this is not new.
Let me pause this for a second. First off, the Baby is an idiot. Kanye's a coon. End of discussion.
Listen, when I was growing up, I remember seeing Donald Trump in rap videos, in R&B videos. He was in Bobby Brown's On Our Own video. It was one of the songs for Ghostbusters, the second Ghostbusters. He was in that video. Like, rappers used to mention Donald Trump in their songs, so that's not something that's new. What changed is when Donald Trump became president, right? And there was this co-signing from African-American leaders, we'll say leaders, okay? African-American leaders that said we cannot coalesce with Donald Trump, right? Because of some of his rhetoric, etc. Which I get. What they seem to misunderstand is that if we are going to be this way, we have to be this way across the board on both sides of the aisle. Now, there were rappers that performed for Kamala Harris. Meg Thee Stallion did. Remember all the celebrities that came out to help Kamala Harris? If you're going to take that view, it needs to be applied on both sides. If you don't think that celebrities should be performing for these presidential candidates or presidents, then it needs to happen for both sides, whether it's the Republican or the Democrat. That's my take on it. I told you last year, I don't agree with celebrities endorsing politicians.
Facts.
I don't think celebrities should be involved in this at all. And
Hell
I want
no.
to explain why. Celebrities are entertainers.
Facts.
Celebrities make their money by entertaining people. Okay, like all different types of people, not just people who are Democrats, not just people who are Republicans. When celebrities hold concerts, they don't say, I'm just going to perform for the people who supported Joe Biden or the people who supported Kamala Harris. They perform in front of everybody. Everybody. So when you, as a celebrity, choose to endorse a politician, that can affect your career. There are people right now online saying cancel Snoop, cancel Nelly. First of all, Nelly's probably one of the happiest. He's always smiling. He's always smiling. People that you'll ever see. And people are like, cancel them, uninvite them from the cookout. So uninvite them from the cookout, but invite Joe Biden, invite Crime Bill Joe. What are we doing here? What are we doing with this? Let's continue.
What's going on there? What is it about these particular?
These are not the intellectuals of hip hop. These are not the except for Kanye. These are typically not political people at all. Like like I said, there's some in the hood. There's this notion of he's tough. He gave us money, right? They're not.
I was reminded also, I mean, back in the 80s, Donald Trump was, at the boxing matches. He was with Don King. I mean, he was in a different place in the culture. He went into the 90s as the subject of rap songs. And just, Gail, I know you're not a rap expert, but
I am definitely
not a rap expert, but something happened in this election maybe where because of his victory, all the business people were like, you know what? Trump is no longer politically toxic. And some of these folks are making the exact same calculation on the music side as well.
They are doing exactly that. And it is an honor. It's an honor to be able to sing at an inauguration. It's an honor to be able to sing at one of the balls. It's an honor. I have a daughter who's a singer, and she was on American Idol, one of the finalists.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
And she was
Whoop-de-doo, man.
asked to sing at a convention. And she lost so many friends and so many fans because she agreed to sing.
Wow.
And I just think it's time for entertainers to get out of politics and entertain.
Well, they're getting into politics.
Wow. Shut up and dribble. Wow.
But I agree with her. Again,
I agree with this
their
white
job
lady.
as a celebrity is to
If you're an
entertain. I
entertainer,
don't think
stay the F
they
out
should come
politics.
and-
I
again,
agree.
It's their choice. But I think it's career suicide. I saw the same thing. People were canceling Carrie Underwood as well. Like, it just stay away from politics. Like, if it were...
Wait a minute. How the hell are you going to cancel Carrie Underwood? Carrie Underwood is one of the least most problematic people on the face of the planet. The hell's wrong with y'all?
Me, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But if you were totally fine with Meg the Stallion shaking her little booty cheeks at Kamala Harris rally, then you should be apply that same energy to Snoop and Soldier Boy and all of them that are performing for Donald Trump. But this isn't really about them performing. It's about the fact that they're not staying in line. It's about the fact that they're not staying on the side of the aisle where they feel because they're black, that's where they should be. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. And it just bothers me so much because if anything told us that we learned from this election is that the black vote is disappearing from the Democratic Party. Since Barack Obama, it has continued to decrease over time. Kamala Harris lost because she lost the black vote. Yes, she did well with black women, but when you
But you didn't do well with black men.
you look at the amount of black men, she lost support with black men.
Here's the thing with Kamala Harris. Now, did black women support her? Yes. Did black men support Kamala Harris? Very little. Most of the black men didn't even vote at all. Because Kamala Harris didn't give anything for black men to vote for in the first place. Not to mention that she made her whole career on locking up black men. And you know what? Let's get into Joe Biden's crime bill. Now, people want to be critical of Joe Biden's crime bill, all this and that. I'm going to say something crazy, but I'm going to say it anyway. If it wasn't for Joe Biden's crime bill, there would you would never have Kamala Harris to be vice president. And that's it, and that's all.
You put the numbers together and you'll see she got less support from black people than Biden, than Hillary Clinton, and then of course from Barack Obama. It has been decreasing over time. I've been trying to warn people about this. So the more you tell,
And not to mention that Kamala Harris was probably the worst candidate ever in the history of American politics.
black people that they have to stay in this certain lane, the more likely people are going to say, no, hell no, to hell with you.
Whether you're a hobbyist, business owner, or full-time maker, Tools Today's quality lays within their promise to consistently deliver.
Oh no, to hell with you. This has got to stop. This seriously has to stop. But again, they are entertainers. I want to get to this gentleman here. Let's get to Boykin. Here we go.
What'd you tell him?
Well, I had a disagreement with Snoop, I think, a year or two ago. Something he endorsed Rick Caruso. He was supporting Rick Caruso, for mayor of Los Angeles, who I disagree with. And I stated that publicly as well. But I think that a lot of these rappers are not the intellectuals in the community, as Teray was pointing out, but it's also a dishonor to the black community. Yeah. I mean, if you look at Donald Trump, the man who would refuse to rent to black people in the 1970s, who tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s, who came in office and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man who has done nothing but dishonor black people. And just
even though I'm a proud independent, this here sounds like Trump derangement syndrome. And that's it, and that's all. That's all I'm hearing out of this guy's mouth is Trump derangement syndrome.
Just last year, he was calling Haitian immigrants, accusing them of eating cats and dogs. This is not somebody that black people should be associated with and pretending to normalize. We should be challenging him, and it dishonors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday...
Yep, Trump derangement syndrome.
We honor on Monday to celebrate this man.
Snoop and Nelly are going to be...
Let's come out of here for a second. Since we want to go back into the past and talk about the past, let's go ahead and do that.
Come on, Sabrina.
When it comes to who we should associate with, if we're looking at what has happened in the past, and the things he said about Donald Trump are true, why are we applying that same energy to Joe Biden? Joe Biden, the segregationist. Why should black people associate with Joe Biden, who co-wrote the crime bills?
Talk about it.
His crime bills caused a lot of black men to serve longer sentences for a small amount of drugs when that could have never happened.
Talk about it.
Understand that when we talk about incarceration, when we talk about the for-profit prison system, do people not understand that Joe Biden was directly involved in that? So since we want to talk about past, why don't we apply
He was the chief architect.
Joe Biden? Joe Biden, who was friends with racist Strom Thurmond.
Not only was Joe Biden friends with Strom Thurmond, he was also friends with Fred Hollins as well, who was also another racist from South Carolina.
Who had a black daughter, by the way. A lot of people didn't know about that, but I did. Why don't we talk about Joe Biden's friendship with Byrd and Strom Thurmond? Why don't we talk about Joe Biden's statements where he said he didn't want his kids to grow up in a racial jungle? Why don't we talk about Joe Biden co-writing crime bills with racist segregationists that directly impacted the black community? When we're talking about who we should associate with, we have to be consistent across the board.
Damn right.
If it is about who did things to the black community, shouldn't you also apply that to Joe Biden as well? is it okay for these rappers to go perform and hang out and dance a jig with Joe Biden when he did things to the black community? We're talking about Joe Biden wrote legislation that directly impacted black men. So why are we holding Joe Biden to that same standard? Because it's not really about that, folks. It's about partisan politics. You see, when it's our team, they can do those things. When it's our team, you turn the other cheek. When it's the opposition, you call it out. And the problem that people are starting to notice is that when you bring up the racial issues, and I've explained this as well from my own experience, you get this on both sides of the aisle. It's easy to point fingers at conservatives and say that they are racist because it's more overt. But now people start to see, they do a little bit of their research and some of their own experience, which a lot of these Democrat talking heads on CNN won't tell you. You got racist white liberals too, boo.
Yep.
Racist white liberals that don't want you living in their neighborhood, don't want you coming into their subdivision, participate in activities on the local level to make sure that you stay out of their communities. We got that too.
Ready, set, spark. With Rose Sparks, you get the effects of Viagra, but faster. Why?
Level to make sure that you stay out of their communities. We got that too. Part of the reason why people were mad at Snoop is because of what he said before, right? So this is something that Snoop said before if you were to participate in the Trump thing.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first?
So we're not
Really,
going to play too
Snoop?
much there because the language.
Snoop.
But
Really,
everyone
man?
is bringing back up this because they said, like, Snoop, you said this about anyone who would be willing to perform for Donald Trump, and yet here you are, ready to do so. And again, like I said, like, celebrities are entertainers. If the money is right, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be there, regardless
Damn
of what
right.
political views that they may hold. And then there's the situation with Nelly, right? So even Ashanti, I guess, is being attacked by this. Ashanti is with Nelly, for those who are not aware. I believe Ashanti just had a baby. I think they just had a baby.
Yeah,
So
Ashanti
now
just had a
people are
baby.
coming after Ashanti, who has nothing to do with this. And it's Instagram Ashanti News says, in light of recent events about Nelly and the decisions he has made, I can no longer run Ashanti News or support the Haynes in the direction they are going. It's beyond disappointing. For over 20 years, it's been amazing connecting Ashanti fans around the world and sharing news, videos, and photos. I will miss a lot of you. Take care. So then it pushed. You guys know I love Ashanti. You guys know I love Ashanti. Remember Ashanti? Can you rock with me? Can you rock with me? Take the love of me. I just wanna love you, baby. Oh, baby. How do you not like Ashanti? She's awesome, right? So they're coming after her. And now Nelly did respond, though. Nelly is responding. I haven't seen a response from Snoop next or yet. But Nelly did respond. I want to show you his response. And by the way, they don't have to respond. I want to be very clear. Snoop Dogg don't owe you a damn response.
So
Nelly
hell
owe you
don't.
a response. Soulja Boy don't owe you a response. But Nelly did take the time to do it. So let's hear and see what he had to say.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for.
And this is what Sabrina. Well, unfortunately, y'all can't see it, but what you guys are getting ready to listen to is an interview between Nelly and Willie D. And basically, Nelly roasted the fuck out of Willie D. I'm just saying.
My city, and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices.
Talk about Nelly.
And I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I
Talk
do, you
about
can make
Nelly.
an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like, to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to.
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was
Man, I understand. Like, so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever in office.
So this is a really good point. Don't forget that Nelly mentioned Donald Trump in one of his songs. Come on, guys. Don't we remember when they first came out? Remember St. Lunatics when they first came out? Remember the song where Nelly said, "Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now." Didn't he say that? Okay. So Donald Trump reached out to him and said, "I would like for you to perform." Like, again, Nelly has a good point. He is the president. And he also said, so if Kamala would have won and would have asked him, he would have done it for her too. So what's the big deal here, you know? I just know, like the Nelly one really, like, kind of took me by surprise that people were coming after him, because I'm like, Nelly's probably one of the most positive, like, chill, like, people. Like, stop. Yeah, country grammar. There you go. We going down, down, baby. Remember that one? Yeah. He's the one that brought you. It's getting hot in here, damn it. Leave Nelly alone. Hot in here, damn it. Leave Nelly alone.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist.
Y'all see what Willie D tried to do there? Willie D tried to bring race into it when Nelly was implying this here was not about race. This here for me was about money, but Willie D wants to try to bring race into it. Pay attention. And Nelly's about cook and watch.
And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that
Joe
wasn't him.
Biden.
That wasn't him. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Look how Nelly's cooking them.
He did
Cook them, Nelly.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said.
And if y'all could see Willie D's face, Willie D knows that he just opened himself up to get cooked. And Willie D can't do a damn thing about it. Cook him, Nelly.
That if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years that had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part.
Cook him, Nelly.
No, he didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay. Is he renting to him now? So nobody's allowed to change, right? See, here's the thing. So we can talk about past, but we never want to talk about our past. If we bring up, if our past get brought up in our community for a lot of what our men did, we always call it.
Give him, Nelly.
We've been through a lot. I know I've been through a lot. If my past was going to prevent me from winning today, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that he ain't got some fucked up ways. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for. But what I'm saying is that he's the president of the United States. He's not the candidate for the United States. He's the president. He won.
I think Nelly had the
And
most,
Willie D got cooked.
you know, nuanced response there. That is a really good point. I mean, I think some people, they really want you to be in a cult. Like, it's really weird. When I got into this space, there were a number of people trying to tell me who I should and should not talk to. I'm like, excuse me? Like, I'm a grown woman. A whole grown ass woman.
Talk about
And
it.
this is really weird how people try to keep you, they try to keep you in like these cults, right? Nina Turner commented on this as well. Folks are mad at Nelly and Snoop, but if Democrats vocally supported and fought for Medicare for all and the arms embargo, Trump wouldn't be being inaugurated tomorrow. Where's the outrage about that?
Facts.
It's a really good point. Really good point. I like that. I think that, did I have the Soldier Boy one? Did I not put that there, Eric? I accidentally sent you to. Soldier Boy responded to. I don't know what I did with that one. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I can play his though. Soldier Boy response was like, "Yeah, that'll probably get me kicked off of here." I ain't good. But anyway, long story short, Soldier Boy said that he said, "Did Kamala put money in my hand?" And he said no. He said, "Did Kamala call me and ask me to perform?" And he said no. He said, "Okay, so get out of here with that mess." That's the tame version of what he said. The tame version. But the reality is, at the end of the day, celebrities are.
What Soldier Boy actually said, if I remember correctly, was basically, Kamala, get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. It's basically what he said to Kamala.
Entertainers. This is why I don't think that celebrities should endorse any type of candidate, because you never know who you may end up performing for down the road. And then how far does this rabbit hole go? Does it go to the point where they start to say, "Oh, well, you performed for this businessman who endorsed Trump"? Like, how far is it going to go? So if it were me, my advice to
I'm gonna cut
celebrities,
off right here, y'all.
don't
See
give
y'all
political
later.
endorsements